Okay, for a quick tutorial of how I take pictures of orbs of light. What you see here is a bunch of clear marbles. They have little air bubbles and specks inside of them. They're not completely clear, and they're all glued together with hot glue. Now, some people think that what I'm getting is just what is inside the marble, somehow reflecting back light, but I'm going to show you I can get the same kind of things with this, which is a bunch of still balls. I will show you that. I'll show you the light source right there, which is a LED light, and I hold up the glass, and usually I have my camera on a setting for low light, and I don't use a flash. And then I go in real close on any of the shiny spots. Sometimes I go from one shiny spot to another. And I have more success getting the more beautiful orbs late in the evening for some reason. And right now it's around 2:30 or so. And I go in there and I see all kinds of stuff. Now, I don't have my camera on a tripod right now. I'm just holding the glass with my hand and the camera with my hand. I have, on occasion, put both on a tripod so that they're completely still. And what you get is pretty much not a lot of movement, but movement that is slower. Movement, if you look at it and you don't get too tired of looking at the same scene, if you look at the beginning and at the end of the 5 or 10 minutes that I did this, you'll see there was a change. But it is movement, motion, that creates matter, and I'm not going to cut out the movement. Some people think I should, but it would be very boring videos I would make if everything was still. That's not life. Life is motion. Now, I'll go to another orb. See, it's a little different. I'll go to another one. And another one. Now, I'm going to pick up the, well, let me go back so you can see what I have in my hand here. I have still ball bearings on a magnet, and I have them where the light is shining on it. And now I'll go close in on these orbs that each shiny spot makes. Okay, and here we go. You see there's color in them, and those same kind of markings that when I look at the shiny spots on glass, there are. Only, I have to say, not as beautiful. The glass seems to do a better job of picking up all the color. And but this is with a still ball bearing. Some people have said, oh, it's just something marbles do, or any glass instrument might do. But I've taken my camera outdoors when the sun was in the right position in the sky, which is low. You want it late evening when the sun has got slanted rays coming out. That's when you get your best orb pictures, when you're using the sun for a source of light. So I'm going to go back to the glass because I'm more fond of it than I am of the still ball bearings. But what I was about to say was that sometimes when I'm outside and the sun is low in the sky, I find a shiny spot on a leaf on a tree, or on a piece of plastic, or any number of things, not glass, but all kinds of things. And I focus my camera on the shiny spot, I made a video that shows quite a lot of that. And maybe I'll find it and post it under this one in the description bar. So you can see that a lot of things make orbs. Even if my hair were in the light in front of the camera, between the light and the camera, and I focus up on the shiny parts of my own hair, you'll see little orbs. They're all in a row when it's a hair strand, and they're very colorful. Now this is the time of day I don't get the most colorful orbs. I still get them. I don't usually do my orb taking at this particular time of day. But I had a request for a tutorial on how to do this. So if you have a digital camera that will focus in real close, that's a necessity. It can't be one that won't go in to a closer focus. Then use that focus on a shiny spot of light, preferably a LED light, or the sun late in the evening, or maybe even early in the morning. You don't want to go out when it's fully overhead and too bright, because with this, too much light will cause you to see nothing but whiteness. Now, I don't know if everyone can get pictures like this. I do know I showed a friend who lives in Arizona, and he was able to do it. And a few people who communicate with me have told me they're able to get orbs. They haven't, well, there's one person who has sent me pictures, one or two people, of their orbs, but they're somehow a little different than the ones I get. But most people who ask how to do it, I tell them, but they never send me a picture showing that they were successful at doing it. So that's why I say, I don't know if just everybody can get pictures like this, even following my method. Sometimes I think belief has a part to play in whether or not you can get this. And that is simply a theory. It is something I have considered, but of which I have no proof at all, because I don't have a lot of people to practice on. I don't go about saying, hey, see if you can do this to people, and I'm not that kind of person that will do that to people. I do ask, sometimes when I make a video, I say, try this, let me know what you can get, and let me see your pictures. And when you look at this, there's movement on many layers. It's like you're looking through a watery substance. See that little flashy, invisible-like stuff in the front of this one? That's not just because my hands don't hold it real steady. There's a little movement because of my hands not holding it real steady, but this is something different that flashes around. And this is the explanation that I have of how do you take these pictures. It's really very simple. When I'm taking still pictures, I just find a beautiful orb, and if it's pretty and unusual looking in any way, I snap a picture of it. Then when I do movies, little videos like the one I'm doing now, I move around so you can see all the different things. But when you look at my still pictures, I have looked for the very best orb and taken the picture of it. When I'm doing the video, you see I get a lot of places where it's not all that impressive. But this is in real time. I'm doing this. Sometimes I have some music on in the background. It seems to pick up a little of the rhythm of the music that is on. I would love to do this at a live performance of some band and have my little setup of my camera and my light source that I use, the LED light, with the music in the background being performed live in the moment. I would love to see what I would get were I to do that. Anyway, this is the Dove Lady explaining something about taking pictures of orbs. And now I'm going to, this camera is one that the focus works when I'm in the movie mode. Unlike my camera that gets the best pictures, it has a problem in the movie mode of only staying in one position and then switching on its own to small and then big again. But I love that camera even though it malfunctions. So, this is the Dove Lady. You wanted to hear from me about how to take the pictures of orbs, and now I've told you. It's really simple. Over and out for now. Bye-bye.